If Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching this, how you doing? So I had just had a good conversation with somebody asking about trading, and I was explaining to them what we did and how we did it. Let's just pause this video. So I'm going to share with you what I actually did today. This was done live on a call in front of however many people were on. Streamed into our trading group so they could catch the recording if they couldn't be on live. Some people watch it on the live and some people actually jump on the Zoom. And we sort of trade together as a group, so we all help each other out and take a look at what we're doing. But because I haven't done this for a while, I thought I'd do a video for you all, right? And for the person I just spoke to, I won't say who, you can watch this as well as like a recap. So this is fundamentally, guys, what I do to trade. We look today at, I use this tool. It's called the harmonic scanner. Okay. So this was EURAUD. You can see the scans come up on the side, and I start on the 1 hour, right? I always look at the 1 hour first, and you see they don't always work out. That one did. So basically the D should always go back towards the C, right? If the price is at the D point, it will always go back towards the C is the idea. Doesn't happen all the time. That one, price went up, okay. That one worked, so I'm not going to find one that hasn't worked now, am I? Here you go. Oh no, that one worked beautifully. Okay, that one worked beautifully, but you get the point. They don't all work, guys, I promise you. Here you go, look. This one hasn't worked, but there's a reason why you wouldn't be in that trade, and that's what we tell you in our group, why you wouldn't be in that trade. Okay, that's a little secret for our group members. So we won't be in that one anyway, but there you go. There's an example of one that doesn't work, okay? The other thing that can happen is this D point can actually move. It was there at one point. I think it might have been there this morning at one point when we started as well. But that can move, and again, I'll show you how. We can't say, we don't know for sure, but there's a way that we can usually get around that catching us out, if you know what I mean. So we're getting at the right time. So basically, the tool do the heavy lifting. This scans all 28 Forex pairs for us, so we don't have to, right? You'll get the scan come up. You don't have to jump in straight away usually. You usually get time to analyze, right, and take a look at things. So we have the scan on the 1 hour time frame. This tool is called Trading View. You can get a free account, okay, so you can get a free version. And if I just put this back on ordinary candles for a minute, if I put this on the 1 hour, right, that there, look, okay, that is that, okay, it's the same point. You can use the date and time at the bottom here, right, if you need to, but you don't really need to. Actually, let's do text. So D, that is the D point. I think it was actually that one, was it? No, it was that one. Of course it was that one, because it's pulled away from it. There you go. So it's this green candle here. That's the D, right? There's the D point. Now I've got other gubbins on here, but I don't really need any of that at the minute. What I am interested in is this thing called the Ninjacator. Okay, Ninjacator. And what we do is we put it on these certain type of candles called Heiken Ashi candles, because they show trend. If you look here, look, okay, it's pretty smooth. If we put this on, it gets a bit more messy. There's a bit more red and green in there. The Heiken Ashi show trend, right? And then what I normally do is I would come down to the 15-minute time frame, and I'm looking for this signal here, Ninja down. That's what I'm looking for, because that tells me the price is moving in the right direction. The D's at the top. I'm expecting the price to go down, and that is telling me when it does move in the right direction. So you can, 9 times out of 10, if that D point is going to move, that will keep me out of a trade when the D point moves, right? There are a few other things to look at, but fundamentally, that is how I trade. D, 15-minute on here, wait for the Ninja down. We can set an alert on this as well, so I can go about my day. I don't have to wait around for it. The alert will trigger. I can go about my daily business, and when it triggers, that's when I look to get in, right? Let's just have a look what would have happened if I got in this trade now. I actually got in I'm going to take that away. I actually got in on the 5-minute time frame on this one, but there's a down arrow there. If we come down to the 5-minute, I was using the 5-minute, I call it like an early warning. Can you see that is one candle before, right? So on the 5-minute time frame, this is like zooming in. 5 minutes is pretty close to what's happening right now, okay? So we've got a 5-minute ninja down. We've got a 15-minute ninja down, right? So I got in on the 5-minute on this one because the D point had already moved. So I know I've got a better chance of it coming down. So if I just go back on ordinary candles, so I'm not doing any jiggery pokery, any messing about here, okay? Because we wait for the full candle, I want to go into this trade until, if that's the 5-minute one, I want to go into it until this one here. And I'm looking for 10 pips is the magic number that I go for. Well, there I could have got 18. Okay, and I think I actually closed it out at 15. There you go. I actually got 15 on that one. So I closed it out at 15. And Colin as well got it with the Ninjacator. He got his 10. He was on the session this morning. Same trade, right? So that's on the 5-minute. And I see I got it easy. Now, if you wait for the 15-minute, it's slightly different. And I want to be transparent and clear with you all. So because we wait for the candle to close, let's get rid of that one so there's no confusion. We wait for the candle to close. So this candle takes 15 minutes of time. And I know it finished at the bottom here, the thick part of the body candle, the body of the candle. So if I'd have got in straight away, okay, I could have got a trade that went 21 pips the wrong way. And then it came down and eventually, look, 16. So I'd still be fine for my 10. 10 is what I want, so about there. Right, so I still would have been okay, but obviously it went 20 pips are how we measure it. It went 20 pips the wrong way before it went, 10 pips the right way. So how do you avoid that? Well, okay, although this still worked, the win rate on this is really good for me, guys. The win rate is fantastic, right? Although this still worked, there's another little trick we can do, and that's something like this. So we put it back on the Heiken Ashi candles. There's our ninja down. So what I'm going to do is that candle there, right? I'm going to turn off the Ninjacator. Don't need that for the purposes of this demonstration. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that out of the way, first of all, because I need to draw what's called a GAN box. And what we do is we go from the top of the candle to the bottom of the candle, body to wick, okay? And that gives us a 50% line. Depends how you set it up. I've got it set up for a 50% line. And here's a little trick that we've done recently. One of the other live traders, Kevin, told us this. He experiments a lot and he found this. So we put it back on ordinary candles, right? This is the candle where we're getting the alert. So we can't get in on that one because we have to wait for the whole candle to close if you want to be safer, right? If you want to be safer, you wait for the whole candle to close. And then what you're going to do is you're not going to get in until the price has gone back up over that 50% line, did that there. And then you can look to get in when it starts to come back down at the 50% line. Now, we still, in this case, we would have got 8.5 in the right direction. Then it would have gone the wrong way. But look, now we're only 10 pips the wrong way. We're not 20, only 10 instead of 20. And then we get our 10 pips a lot sooner as well. We get, well, 13 there, and we could have potentially got 27, right? So that is my kind of favorite move, guys. My favorite move is let this tool do the work, 1 hour, down to the 15-minute, set the alert. I usually go for the 15. I'll often set a 5-minute as an early warning. It was motoring. So when the alert came in, I got in, right? And I did my pips pretty quick. Did it fairly quick. Okay, so that's one way to trade that. Now, another way to trade it is, you see, we've got these lines here. If I accentuate, that's a good word, isn't it? If I accentuate this line, okay, that is my ultimate target. That doesn't want to close, but that is my ultimate target, is this line. Okay, but because take profit 2 comes before that. I'm just going to go for take profit 2. So I've already made my target for the day, and I'll explain why that's important in just a second. Okay, but there we go. Can you see the price is kind of respecting that trend line there, right? 2 nice touches there, nice touch there, nice touch there. So, and it's also hovering around this line on what we call a pitchfork. So what I'm waiting for now is another ninja down at the right time to get in, to come down, ultimately down to here. And I can set a nice trade. I can walk away, live my life, and be absolutely free, knowing that this is running in the background. What I can do is I can set a really tight stop loss on this. Now, where you get in, where you get out is entirely up to you guys. But look, that's where the price is now. That's my target, is take profit 2, right? If I put my stop loss, by the time I get the ninja down, maybe something like there, that is a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward. This is probability, guys. I'm not saying to get into this trade and put your stop loss there, okay? Because it might come up and hit the top of this pitchfork, might hit that line, right? But that's how you get more advanced, right? But I promise you, most of my trades, I'm not doing that. I'm just taking what I just showed you. 1 hour scan, 5 for early warning, 15-minute time frame, and I just get in on the trade like that. Now, why is that important to be able to master that skill? I've shown this before. Let's suppose you were starting today and you had $250, and you will start on demo. You won't start with real money at all, but let's suppose you have demoed then, and you've learned what I've just showed you, right? Let's just say you've practiced it, you've learned it, you got the tools, right? And you started with $250 today, and you decide what percentage account growth you want to go for, right? But I've just showed you how I get 10 pips. And if you go and look at our results, you know, you'll see our team members getting results. I always think this is more powerful than me just showing you. Look, 22, thanks to Rob, one of our live traders. That was down to him. And then look, I got my 10 there, even though one was minus 11, but overall I got my 10, right? So, I mean, there's plenty of, you know, group members doing really well. So why is it important? Well, if you get your 3%, you've made $7.50. You're not going to write home to the family about that, are you? But if you do it the next day, you're not starting with $250 anymore. You're starting with $257.50. And this is compounding, and it is probable examples, okay, showing what can happen only, because this is mathematical formula just to show that you don't need tons and tons and tons of money. You just need to be patient. You need to be patient and consistent and get used to being boring, right? What I've just shown you gets boring. So why do I keep doing it? Because you can turn 250 into 301,000. You won't do it because you won't win every trade. But what about if you turned it into 92,000 a month? You know, that's month 10. What about if you did it into 28,000? What about if you did it into 8,000? You know, so let's suppose you suck at it. You made loads of mistakes. Everything went really wrong. Okay. And the next year you're starting with 8,000. Then it gets more interesting, doesn't it? And you've had a year's experience. But well, I'm not in any way saying that you will do that, right? I am not in any way saying that, just to make it clear. Do people do it? Yes, some do. Most people don't, because you're not going to win every single trade. Like I tried to show you with the scanner, some of them don't work. Let me see if I can find you. I want to find one that hasn't worked again. No, that's on its going fine. That one didn't work, but that's one, like say, you won't be. That one didn't work as well. Look, again, you won't be in it though. This one, no, this is a good one. GBP AUD. This is a classic. This is it's a different setup. That's what we're teaching our group. Okay. So there you go. That's what I thought I'd do. I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown because I haven't done that for a while. So I'll see you on the next video. Have an awesome day.